and CEO of Suitcase Designs and a creator of Voyago Sites. So I want to just, welcome everybody here. I think it's great that you came out. And, or if you're watching this later, a lot of people watch later on YouTube where we put these up on broadcast live to start. So let me take a look at the live stream. Doesn't look like we have anybody in the chat right now. So I'm just going to introduce you to Voyago Sites. It might be a short one. Last week was a really good walkthrough for some people. Last 2 weeks, we've really got some good participation. Go check out those videos and you'll be able to see how to customize your site in some really cool ways. But Voyago Sites is a, platform that gives you, a great beginner website, professional styling at, a do-it-yourself price. So, but we're here to help you along the way, and we want to make sure that we want to make sure by using, doing this or in our help library, putting through ticket requests, for questions you might have or need demonstrated here. We want to make sure you get off on the right foot. We want to make sure you get the site looking the way you want it. Because like we said here, every travel advisor deserves a website that looks first class. We want to bring up the website base of the industry, and I think we can do that here. So Voyago Sites, it's $35 per month billed yearly, $39 per month billed monthly. And if you want to get your Voyago site, you click the call to action button on our site here. You register, your username, password, put your site title in there. So if I wanted Justin's Travel, it'll give me this URL to use, justinstravel.voyagosites.com. Later on, I can come back and we'll set up your real domain if you want to do justinstravel.com, for example, and have that direct to your Voyago site. So that way nobody has to use Voyago Sites in their domain name if they don't want to. We've got 3 templates currently to select from and customize. So first one, luxury jet setter. I just want to show you all these are mobile optimized, ready to go for different screen sizes. And can be customized really any way you want, from just a simple customization to all out. I'll bring up what we'll do is bring up my Voyago site that I've been playing in here for your benefit. I'm gonna go ahead and log into it. So when you register for your Voyago site, you'll get an email that says, thanks for registering. And then you'll get a second email that actually has the link and login to your Voyago site. You'll use the same username and password that you used when you registered. So here's your dashboard. It'll tell you like what plan you're on. You can see the big orange button to take you to the help library, which that help library is important because it tells you everything you need to do. Set up for the first time, basics in Elementor. That's our building tool in WordPress. Design customizations. Like this one's the important one, probably for a lot of people, colors, fonts, and layouts. So we walk you through step 1, step 2, step 3, all the way through. So you're able to do these things without having to worry about what comes next. On your dashboard, you can see your analytics here. And that'll take you to, if you see analytics over on the left-hand side, a full analytics tool is built into your dashboard. So you can see how people are, viewing your website and the people that come to it and where they're coming from, cities, the refers. Like if you go fastest growing refers, it'll tell you here if they come direct, if they come from Google, if they come from Facebook, whatever. And then back on your dashboard, you'll see this here where it says add your domain. That's where we're going to, when you're ready to add your real domain, this is where you'll follow these instructions in here. And this is the jumping off point. You really do the A and C name records and make sure that there are no other ones that duplicate those because you don't want any conflicts. And then we take care of the rest. You put in a service ticket and we take care of the rest for you. And so over here on the left-hand side is pages. Go to all pages. And I've done some extra pages in here because we've done some other demonstrations here to show how to duplicate a page and how to edit those. But I'll just jump into the home page. You see that here, home, front page, edit with Elementor. And this is where your editing tool comes up. All right. So this is the dashboard for your editing tool. You can see how these frames pop up when you kind of hover over different things. So you got frames that pop up over every element. And especially the pink ones with a little pencil on them. You can click on those and it'll say, oh, I can edit that heading. So this benefit, I'm going to edit and say, you know, I don't know, relaxing beaches. Whatever you're selling, really. You're able to edit it that easy. You edit over here on the left-hand side, and then it'll show up right here in the editor. We'll take you to the top here. The 6 dots on that pink handle there, you click on that, and that highlights the container you're in. And so that's this whole container. Everything contained within that is in this pink dot. And you can actually see what's contained in here. If you look at this structure up here in the top right-hand corner, there's a stack of boxes, 3 boxes. Click that, and you get this structure window. And you can see, okay, I've chosen this container. So you see it's gray on that right-hand side. Click that drop down, and you can see the containers and everything that's in it. So this container here, that's that left side. It just highlighted pink around it. This, okay, so you see the gray box around relaxing family vacations. Do the drop down arrow, and you can see there's a heading in there, text editor, and a button. So that's one way to navigate your site without having to worry about, you know, just on screen. If this makes more sense to you, for some people it does. If it's easier just to go visually through the screen and click on the things, you can do that as well. Again, you click on the little pink button, pink pencil, and you can edit the text in there. Pink pencil here, it says edit my button, so I can edit the text on the button. I can edit the link that it goes to. So if you're linking out to a scheduler like Calendly or Turn or Microsoft Bookings, you put the link right in there, and that way your button will go straight to that outside link. So one of the things I wanted to do today is just some basics, how to customize colors, fonts, and not so much layouts. Layouts is a little bit next level. But over here in the top right-hand corner, you've got this E, white button E, and it says Site Settings underneath it. You're going to click on that. And it gives me the Site Settings menu. So global colors, global fonts, and some other stuff here. You can edit the button looks from here. But really what you're looking here is global colors and global fonts are the 2 most important on this menu for anybody who's using this tool through Voyago sites. So you can see here, there's colors already picked. And if you scroll through, you see, okay, the teal turquoise is kind of through there. You see the neutrals kind of put in here. The dark blue, the light blue, the white. So we're going to go ahead and change those colors. I'm just going to go grab a color palette from my Canva and choose some different ones that we've already got for a different brand. All right. So let's say what we got here, blue and yellow and orange. We want to do something a little different just to see the, you know, the actual contrast. So first we'll start with my primary. I've got a dark color there. I'm going to switch it with another color of this purple. Okay, and for a secondary, it's a little lighter. I'm going to use, so you just click on the color itself and you can put your hex code in. Or you can actually click on the color and drag the color picker color picker around what you want to see. If you don't have hex codes and you just want to kind of wing it. For text, we'll do a darker color here. Okay, an accent color. Here's where we're going to get a little bit brighter. So that pink color is coming off there, bright. Hover color for that accent. So this accent hover is being used where your buttons are hovering right now. So if you look at that, pink covers that teal blue, that light blue. And some background neutrals. I'm going to go with basic white on one of them. So neutral 1, I'm going to go all white. And then neutral 2, I'm going to do this kind of a lavender, really light lavender color. And then I'm going to save the changes. So say that's my color palette. Scroll down through your editor here, and you can see how that's taken shape. So you can see the light lavender is actually my footer, if you can't tell. The white background is kind of taken through some of this background, like behind the process section here, and definitely behind this section up here. Now the fonts aren't really good for me. I want to change the fonts. So we're going to go into the fonts. It's kind of the same idea. All the colors and fonts of every element are hooked to these global settings for you. You can go in and edit them individually if you wanted to, but we want to make it easy for you. So let me go get some fonts. Let's say primary, or that's a little too fancy for what I'm feeling. So we're going to look at something a little like there. That's a little nicer. Meriwether Sans. And so that's my primary. And you can actually have the same font be your primary and secondary, and I'll show you how to kind of work with that. So if you under my primary, it's 60 point size. So that's adjusting the size right now. You can adjust the size of that font. It's a bold weight. You can do heavier bold, a black. You can do thin. Whatever really looks good for your branding. Leave it on bold for me right now. But your secondary, okay, so that's 43. So it's already smaller. It's also at a bold weight, but let's make it more of just a normal weight. And so that's right down here. See, travel planning shouldn't feel like a second job. That's my secondary font on my site, is my subheaders throughout the headers throughout the site. So let's make that, a little thinner, just kind of give it a different feel. My text, we're going to use, again, we're going to use Enter as a good text for just body font. You could probably use that Meriwether for a body font too. It looks pretty good. Meriwether Sans. So as you can see, but that's kind of bold for the body font. We're just going to lighten it up just a little. And then my accent, let's use it again. So, but you can see it's my accent text is all uppercase under transform, lowercase, capitalize. That's just the first letter. Normal is however you type it in. And then uppercase, giving it kind of that bold sense of standing out there. And then you can make it as bold as you want, or make it again as thin as you want. Just really what's working for your branding, whether you're luxury, whether you're family friendly, things like that. And I've got these block headings and small headings. So you're going to see those in here too. That's stuff like this, where it says benefit 1, relaxing beaches. Those are where these come in. So as you can see, I just changed it to this script text. and they all changed. So let's say we're going to use the enter on that. It's kind of boring, but you can go through here. We've got all the Google fonts in here for you, and you can kind of test them out, see what they look like, see if they go with your branding. I'm just going to use Merriweather regular. So this is a serif font. So you can see it's got like a little bit fancier kind of text, you know, the little serifs hanging off the edge of the letters. And I'm going to do the same with my small headings. So you can look through here now and see how everything's looking to you. Is it really coming through in the way you want to for your text? I'm not sure I like the regular Merriweather on this stuff, so we'll change that to something simple, Montserrat. So you see my name, surname just changed down there. So those were cursive, now they're not. And same with this one. So again, whatever's in your font file to use, you can use if it's a Google font. Just scroll through there and choose it out. Choose the one that works for you. So this all looks pretty good. It's all readable, legible. People are going to be able to, you know, that's the most important thing. It's going to be clear for people to be looking at your site. So you want to save changes for that as well. And so, like I said, you can edit the buttons if you wanted to from here, like normal color and the hover color are the pink, you know, those two accent colors we had. Say I wanted to switch it. Save those changes. Back to the editor. And I'm worried I might have actually colored these buttons locally last time I did this, so they might not switch. But I'm going to show you how to color them locally as well, just in case that's the case. So let's just reload the page. Yep, it looks like it. So let's click on one of them, go to style on the button. Yeah, I've already hard coded this. So if you erase those, erase it. It should be erasing, but it's not. Of course, that's working for me today. Choose the other one. You can color them from here. So it goes the opposite direction. But you'd have to do it one by one in that sense. So I'm going to pop them back. Going through here as well. So you've customized your colors and your fonts. So now you want to customize your text or maybe your logo. So your logo, I'm going to publish this right now, save it for where it is. Yeah, it's a pink button up in the top right-hand corner. And let's go to the header. So highlight the header just up there. You see it pops up in the highlight, click header. And that's where our logo is residing. So over here, we're going to click on the logo pencil and we're going to change the site logo. I'm going to choose a different image. I'll upload a different Moonshot travel file. With a white background. And then this is your site favicon. So this is whatever appears up here in the tab. So if you want to change that, we'll just change that too real quick to something else that's already loaded on here. Change it to this little family. Save those changes. Back to the editor. And when you do this, you're going to have to reload the page again. So I'm going to go ahead and reload. And you'll see my logo change to an all white logo is what I think I picked out. Yep. So it's all white and it has the line in it. And also my favicon up in the tab has changed to that little blue hugging family. So that's how you change logo in your favicon. It's that easy. And that'll be on every page of your site now. So it's in your header. The header carries over to every page of your site. Same with your footer. You scroll down to the bottom. This footer carries over to every page of your site. And that's important because that way you can put important information in there, like say your seller travel numbers in your footer. You put those in here. You put them in here like in the text that says lorem ipsum right here to the left-hand side. That's a text box you put SOT numbers in. And your menu also carries through the entire site in the same format so people don't get confused when they're navigating through your site. So from home, let's go to one of my other pages. Let's click on Hawaii. This is a page that it was a services page, and I think I just renamed it Hawaii. Yeah, see services up here top. So you're going to see my secondary color here. This is got not enough contrast for this header, this type hero type section. So I can change the text style from white to say primary, give it some contrast, or I can do the opposite. I could change the background to one of my other colors, you know, an accent color. I could make that primary, have left the text secondary, or even the white it was originally. So you want to just make sure you have enough contrast on those headers on the other pages. Excuse me. And so in this page, you can see that we have got, you know, a few different service sections. I call this Hawaii, so I'd want to talk about Hawaii here. I want to change this photo. So let's click on this container. This photo is the background of the whole container. So I'm clicking this gray box in the top left-hand corner of it. Click on Style. And that's where you see the image. Let's choose a different image. So now let's say I don't have an image of Hawaii in my library already. Instant images here. This tab is important for anybody who wants some stock media, but doesn't want to go, you know, combing the entire internet for it. Let's search instant images. You've got Unsplash, Openverse, Pixabay, and Pexels that you can search from. So I'm just going to search Unsplash for a picture of Hawaii. It's telling me I've got 5,564 images of Hawaii I can choose from. So that's pretty big, you know. Just scroll down, it'll keep loading them. And you can, right now it's order of relevance. You can do it to the newest photos that they've got in their library. So whatever the latest photos are. You can do the orientation. Do I want landscape, portrait, or square? That's a square box. Let's use a square. That's not giving me as great of photos, I don't think. You know, let's bring it down to 46 images. So let's do landscape. That's bringing me a lot better images, I think. So let's take this image and click on it. And when you click on an image, what it does is it instantly puts it into your media library. So now you don't have to go download it to your computer and upload it to the library. It's there. Just click select. And that, you know, that replaces that image for you. So, you know, just, you know, talking about the Hawaiian Islands and stuff, you know, actually, I think I've been there. I have. That's off Oahu. So that's a pretty cool picture. Same thing, these other pictures on this page. Click the gray container box, click style, you see the image. Now, if I wanted to upload a file, so I don't want to use instant images, I've got my own Hawaii photos. I go to upload files, select files, and then I can select from my media that's on my computer already. And I'm not sure I have any Hawaii. Oh, I might have one or two. So I'll click on one of those, bring it in, open that, and adds it to the library. And once that's fully loaded, we're going to press select down here. That blue button, the select in the bottom right-hand corner will turn blue. And select that. And now we've got that picture in there. So it's that easy to replace pictures. Let's publish those pictures. And we're going to go back to the home page just because I want to show you how to replace photos that aren't the background of a section or of a container, but are just image files. So scroll down here and you can see these two images. There's a container, this gray box that holds them, and then there's two images inside it. So choose an image, go to my instant images again. I'll search Pixabay this time for another Hawaii photo. Let's just say Hawaii is my, and this is not doing great for Pixabay. Maybe I'd try Oahu. That's better. Be more specific with Pixabay, it looks like. So we got a picture of a luau here. We'll select that. And then we're going to see this. We can't see the lady there because of this picture. This picture's overlapping. So go over to the Advanced tab. You can see this margin is minus 280. Let's say margin minus 200. Whoop, minus 200. Bring it down a little bit. You can move it around that way to lock it in place. If I had just a margin of 0 there, it's just a picture below the other picture. So what we're doing with that margin on the top is just bringing it up. Just give it a little style and overlap. If I wanted to bring it to the right a little bit, oops, no. Let's say 70. Just give it a little overlap there to give some, interest. And then we're going to replace that picture there too of the country bear. We'll go to content because we're editing an image. Choose the image. Go back over here. And pick that one. So one of the things you're seeing here is maybe I want this picture, the background, to be the foreground. Let's say we want this picture on the back to be the front. Click on the back picture, go to Advanced, and see the Z index. Start bringing it up. See when it was at 0, it's behind. Bring it at 1, it's the front. You can do similar things over here. Now this picture is overlapping the text. That doesn't look good. So we go back over here, take off its right side, and let it kind of fall back into there. Under style, it's got this max width. I want to see the whole picture. So I'm going to delete that. And now it's really overlapping the text. But what we could do with the text, and this is just stuff we're kind of playing around now. This text box, let's click on it. Right here, and under style, under advanced, scroll down the background. Let's just give it a background like that. Give it some padding. And now you've got a text box there, and kind of overlapping images, overlapping text box, just to give it some style, some kind of stuff to look at there. You don't have to do all this either. You can just fill in the blanks if you want to, and fill in the spots where you want to. Don't play with it, and it'll come out perfectly for you. Because right now, we'll go back to tablet. You can see those pictures are like that. And with phone, that other picture is hidden, so it doesn't even show off screen. So it gives you kind of this, off screen kind of look, which can be good for people who want that kind of detail. Just kind of gives it asymmetrical feeling, so it gives it interest to look at. So this is what you've got for that section right now. But that's pretty much it for right now. We're going to come back next week at 10 a.m. Mountain, and we'll field more questions for people who put them in. Maybe you can put them in our Facebook group. You can put them in a service ticket. If you're working on something, you just put a service ticket in, say, I want this demonstrated for me, and we'll do that here. Or you come here live and put it in the chat. We'll take care of that for you too. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today. And have a wonderful Wednesday. And we'll see you next week for Voyago